Hi, I'm Martin Shawn and I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm a wildlife photographer and I've been chasing wildlife around the planet for over 20 years now. And the purpose of this video is just to say hello, introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me. I live in London and I have done since my sort of early 20s. So that's well over 30 years now, so you can work out how old I am. We're a little family, got myself and Emma's my wife and my little boy Gabriel who's 5. He's full of energy, as I'm sure anybody knows who's got a 5-year-old, and when I'm not photographing wildlife he certainly keeps my skills in check when I'm photographing him, so it's a lot of fun to have around. My parents always moved houses when I was young. We spent some time living in Germany, in the UK, in Italy and Hong Kong, and I always travelled extensively with Mum and Dad. That was their real passion as well, and it's there where I got the gift for wanting to travel, really, right from a very, very early age. And I'm doing my utmost to get the same for Gabriel, my own little boy. So let me tell you about why I enjoy doing wildlife photography. For much of my life, and still today, I work in the city a lot. But getting out of the city, going out in search of nature is actually my real passion. I discovered this actually when I was traveling around the world for a year with my now wife, my then girlfriend. My intention was just to go out and drink for the year. But I very rapidly saw, as soon as I started traveling around, that actually what I wanted to do was see wildlife, and it just became a whole year. And the main reason I initially started taking photos was actually just to come back and show these amazing scenes, amazing animals to my friends and family. That's where it came from. Yes, I always had a bit of a passion for equipment and kit, and the ability to mix up diving equipment and photography equipment, especially in the early days, was fantastic. And it was, I mean, it is a bit of a sort of technical junkie thing, but the love from there came very rapidly. The desire to be in the water, the desire to go diving, the desire to capture and show my friends the amazing places, the amazing experiences I had on the water, whether I was diving, or snorkeling at 5 meters or diving down to 100 meters, I always had my camera with me. In fact, technical diving does lend itself to a bit of photography because you always have to do some deco at the end. So the ability to spend that time doing something a bit more constructive rather than just sitting there hanging at 5 meters is always a pleasure. One of the aims of my work is not just to show it, but it's to bring people's passion and awareness that these animals exist. And it's not so much from a pity point of view, but it's from a desire and love, and that we want to see more of this. And the more I speak to people, the more I share this with people, I hope the more they want to see things, so the more things are done to preserve these animals. And also, hopefully in the future, you will be preserving the animals and the environment, and not just, my images or even another photographer's images of them. So one of the questions I get asked most often is, where's your favourite place to photograph? And there are many, many beautiful places I could name. In fact, I will. So I love Mongolia. I love diving, so I love the ocean. But really, above all, is the southern oceans. So South Georgia and Antarctica. To pick between the two is very difficult. I'll probably go with Antarctica. It genuinely feels like a proper voyage, a proper piece of exploration. And in today's world, where you can hop on a plane and go anywhere, get there easily, it still is a mission to get there. The first time we got there, it was a 40-hour flight, followed by another 4-hour flight, followed by 7 dates on a boat to get to South Georgia, followed by another 3 days to go from South Georgia to Antarctica with 10-meter waves. We were locked in for the entire time, and there was only 4 of us having breakfast. It was then I learned that I didn't get seasick. Even the captain, when I went up to him and said, "So, you must see this kind of weather all the time," said, "No, it's really bad." So, yeah, quite extreme to get there, and it's just, the journey is certainly part of it, but it's still untouched, pretty much, compared to anywhere else on the planet. So, I'm also often asked, what's my favourite animal? And I'll be honest, it is a tricky one. I would probably say, although I don't do much photography underwater anymore, my real love for the animals is underwater, especially whales. I've recently took some photos in Antarctica of humpbacks, and it's one of the most intensely amazing experiences to witness them. Taking the photos itself was almost, it was a side to the moment. Just being in the environment of these massive animals launching themselves out of the water, it's phenomenal. With a backdrop of Antarctica, honestly, it's paradise. So if I had to pick one animal, I'm going to go with humpback. So Out of the Grey is currently a collection of 59 images, all limited edition. The editions run from 15 on the extra large images down to 100 on the smaller images. All of the images are in black and white and produced on museum quality paper, which means they should last for well over 100 years. And the other thing I want to add at this point is I do believe in giving something back. So out of all the profits I get, over 10% of all profits that I make go straight to wildlife charities and homeless charities in London. So what do I hope to achieve from all of this? Well, I hope to share my images with other like-minded people. I hope to hear from people as well. One final request, if while you're looking at the images you have a favourite image, I would dearly like to know which one you like. And I'll be honest, I'm open, I'm always here to learn. If there's one that particularly riles you, let me know about that one as well. Thank you ever so much. Bye. And I think I'll go to the pub now. Thanks a lot.